Hey there, it's me, Rachel, again. I just wanted to show you guys what we're going to be making with this project that you got today. Essentially, it's going to be a hanging macrame pot. What you're going to do is you're going to make the design on the outside of the pot too, and it's pretty simple. So you can kind of see up close. We've done a little version of lavender, which I think is really in season right now. And then we're going to learn how to tie this macrame. Now this is really simple, so if you can tie your own shoes, then you'll be able to tie this. It is a pretty easy process. I'll go through it step by step. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're actually gonna paint this, and then we're gonna take a marker and embellish it. And then after we do that, we'll set this to the side and we'll get our macrame cording done. So, okay. So I took the pot and I began to draw out the lavender leaves with the Q-tip and just really roughly put in leaves and made it look very much like a plant, but like a really rough estimation of a plant. And then I took purple and I made little flowers all over the place. This was really rough, but it helped for the next part of it where I actually took a marker and I began to trace out different parts of the leaves to make them more defined. So I took the marker that was in the kit and I just traced little squiggly leaves all over the place. It ended up looking really good. It was quite a bit time consuming, but I think it was well worth the effort to put all of these leaves in. This is a pretty trendy process right now. There's a lot of videos out there where people are doing this kind of embellishment on stuff. I think it ended up looking really good. Okay, so the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your rope, and I'm gonna move this over so you can kind of see what I'm using here is this little piece of equipment. And you have 8 pieces of rope now. And you're just gonna take the top 2. You're gonna go down a little bit, probably, I was gonna say, almost 12 inches. However long that you do it, you're gonna have a pretty decent tail because this whole entire thing is gonna be about 32 inches once it's completed and your pot's inside it. So you can actually make it sit a little lower, but if you want it to be nice and sturdy, then you wanna do it just about a foot down. I think that's probably about a foot, honestly, I don't know. You're just gonna take 2 and then you're gonna tie a knot. That knot is going to be the basis for where all your other knots are going to go. So it doesn't matter where this first one is, just make sure that all the next ones are all in line with it. Take the next 2, and then you are going to make a knot in roughly the same spot. If it's a little bit off, it's okay. That's not a big deal. You just want to make sure that when you cinch it down, that you end up with them being roughly the same length. So these are about equal. All right, then you're gonna take your next 2 and do the same thing. This will have a total of 4 knots. And with your last 2 that haven't been tied, do the same thing. Right, so now that our 4 knots are done, you're going to take the top one that you did before, you're going to take the one next to it, you're going to lay these out, and you're going to take the inner 2 pieces, and you're going to make another knot. Now wherever you make this knot, shouldn't be too far down, because you want to make sure that you are able to hold your piece in place. So just like that, you'll have 2 on the outside. See how that makes a nice little design? Then you're gonna take for the next one, and you're gonna do the same thing with the inner 2. Tie this, make sure it's about the same place as the other one. If you aren't very careful during this part of the process, you may end up having to go back and do it again. Because these are simple knots, it shouldn't be too difficult to go back and untie them and make them right, but just a little bit of extra caution in the beginning will help it look good and be the same distance. So this last one that I did was pretty high, so I'm gonna redo this. I wasn't paying attention while I was talking, so that's kind of a thing. So, that looks better. See, now it's better. And then you're gonna take the final two, tie them the same spot, and you're almost done. See, it was like super easy, no big deal. All right, after you're done, you can open it up, take your pot, make sure it fits and looks good, and then grab it at the bottom about where you're gonna want to put your bottom knot. Now, I think that looks pretty cool, so I'm gonna put my knot there. I'll take this out, make sure these are all good, and tie my final knot just like I did with the top. And if you get a little bit of like hang up on one or two of the strands, you can just pull them individually, pull the strings individually, and you should be able to even it up and make it look nice. And you can put your pot in there, make sure it looks good, make sure it holds. Should hold quite a bit of weight. I think this looks awesome, so I'm gonna leave it like that. And then I can take this piece and you can unravel this and it'll end up looking really nice. You can cut it too if you want it shorter. You can put more knots in here if you want to. You've got 8 pieces of rope if you wanted to embellish. You can do so, but as is, I kind of just like it like this. It's nice to have a few of these around if you wanted to do more than one. But this is the kit. I think it turns out pretty good. Let us know how you do and tell us if you like it. If you want to see more of these macrame videos, please let us know. All right, bye.